the side of Furia.
Just a little side note, by the way, Tom. Do you think Henny and Lucas are keeping track of how many times they kill each other?
Honestly, like, I like the idea of it, that maybe they're going, aha, I got you. Or maybe afterwards that they'll have a little look back through the demo. But I think when you're in this moment, like when you're playing, it doesn't matter who comes up in the kill
I'm
feed.
imagining them, like when they go back for holidays, you know, meet up together, have a nice little family dinner.
Tá
And,
difícil
you know,
pra
one of
mim,
the brothers is like, hey,
BR.
remember that time
I'm just imagining the mum going, well, you know, you are the second best Counter-Strike player, aren't you?
when I know which one's her favorite.
Yeah, it's like, oh, but why did Henny get a bigger present than me this year? Well,
because Henny's a winner.
Oh god.
Well, into round number 8, we are able to maintain the op onto Henny. A scout for Art. A force up out of Fury, which we saw a handful of times
isso? Tá
yesterday in their match versus Envy, though it didn't really seem to work out for them too well. But again, with Yuri just playing up close, I don't think you can really count them out if MIBR do go this direction.
Yeah, this is another one of those purchases, though, from Furia that you do sometimes question. Like, sure, there's the safe door, but the rest of the buy around it is just not a particularly good one. They've spotted the push coming in. Yuri, again, is going to be able to get the opening pick, but just look at Fur. He utilizes the madness to gain so much control, pushes forward, gets tagged straight away, though, and Henny's been going ham in the meantime. A couple of kills off the back, he gets Fur as well as he looks to run away, and now it's left all on to KNG. He needs to do one better than his AWPing counterpart, as it would have to be a 4K. He still has the bomb, though, and this will allow him to reposition completely. There's yet to be a rotation back in. It's finally coming in from Henny, and KNG spotting, but he doesn't connect the shot. They now have the information, however, but he should be able to get some sort of bomb plant. There's not really anything they can do about that, so at least he turns this into a winnable situation. The problem is he's going to be surrounded by multiple different avenues, and Henny doesn't even give him the chance to get into the clutch. 4 kills for him, another big round within this series, and wow, he has been fantastic so far.
He's been having just a big series. I mean, we saw him on Overpass. Look at the smiles on his face as well. It's like, yeah, I'm getting a bigger present this holiday. I'm getting this one. But no, he's been playing amazing, and considering he's been quiet over the course of this group. He hasn't really showed up. Yeah, you mentioned pistol rounds before. We saw, you know, a couple of big plays out of him, but all in all, it's been about Art for the most part.
Yeah.
But today, it just seemed to have changed. Yuri's been stepping up, Henny's been stepping up. It's been the duo between them that's really been locking down these rounds and securing these kills.
I think the biggest change has been Quesarado. Like, I think Yuri's still been good throughout the last couple of days. I think Quesarado has been great in this series, whereas in the other matches, it was arguable that he wasn't necessarily playing his best. So, a good step up to see. Gresham going to be coming in once again. Fallen, he's been so good with the D, and actually manages to retrieve an AWP. The bomb is going to head its way into this B site already, and this is now becoming a winnable round, and it should not be possible. They only invested pistols into this one. Luckily for their opponents, there's no arse available.
Okay. All right, Henny. He's really feeling the moment. He's feeling this match. Yuri going to be pushing up. Spot out the player towards the right. He takes a chunk of damage. Quesarado, the man you talked about before, comes through. Gets down KNG on the flank. But Fallen with the op, you cannot sleep on this man. Down to 2 players. They do have a kit to use here, but the time is taken away. Fallen coming around the corner just trying to survive. And somehow the CT side of Fury is starting to fall. Your case against the first, but he's not going to have time to defuse. And Fallen with the Deagle running through on the site, catching out Art. They're going to take the round. I don't know how they did that. Considering all they had were pistols, but they pull it off in the end.
Yeah, well, you can never count Fallen out on train. I think we've learned that many, many times on this map, but that was ridiculous. Running through a Molotov, gets the first kill, and just continues from them on with the AWP. Those are the sort of rounds that you can't really afford to let slip if you're Furia, especially if you're on the CT side. Bear in mind that a lot of the time this map has sort of become the hardest T side within the game at the moment. Like, it really is difficult to grind out rounds. There's not been too many innovative strategies as of recently. It's mainly been similar things thrown in once again. It's difficult to surprise the CT side, and more importantly, they're struggling to really get their money going. Quesarado tries to be the hero off the back of a flashbang, and instead, he falls early in this round. first surely going to expect art. Like, that's literally trying to take something out of his own playbook and use it against him. It isn't going to work out. This 5-7 from Yuri is just disgusting. I don't know how he keeps being able to do this. He's got to be careful, though, because rounding the corner, Fallen is there and returns normality to what was a 4-spy round for Furia.
Look what Lucas has, by the way.
Ugh.
Eita.
Was that a
Lucas de
misspy?
teco
Was that intentional?
na pelúcia.
No. Like, I would
Chutou
say,
o balde.
based off how they've been playing it, it seems like a misbuy. It doesn't look like he's actually done anything with it. And it's one of those guns where you don't really buy it on the T side of any map other than Dust 2. I suppose Assault, maybe. That's the only one I can actually think of.
The good old EPL matches on Assault.
Yeah,
Forgot about those.
the classics. Kenny S using the auto sniper.
Remember the grenade-only challenge on E-Rats?
Lucas
That's
largou a
all
teco.
unequalized. There's been
Jogou
a
fora.
decent amount of big plays from Fury, and ultimately you just look at the score and it's 5-all. The T side equalizing things here, and that is a scary prospect because, as said, like, we do see a lot of strong T sides out from Furia. That's something they have been good at throughout the tournament so far. But doing it on train is another thing altogether, and doing it against what is one of the most prominent double op setups in the world is going to be very difficult indeed.
I think also we're starting to see like a little flaw within the team is that, again, they like we're forcing up round after round after round. They're not saving to have like an actual stable buy with a lot of utility to use. They're trying to go for some cheeky plays by, you know, flashing out Queserado, I believe that was, over towards Ivy. These last 3 rounds they bought. This time with the option for Henny already taking half damage from that grenade coming through.
E com a armada
But
já
the
toma
thing is, if you're
ganho,
doing this kind of buy, if you're
morreu.
forcing Henny to be a playmaker, or Vinny to be a playmaker, to force them to maybe play a situation they don't want to hit the shot they need, and get a man advantage. Lucas, by the way, did get rid of the auto sniper.
Yeah, the other thing I'm worried about as well is financially, I don't think they're going to be able to buy into the next round either. So there's a high chance that MIBR are going to making their way onto 7 rounds on the T side, which we sort of gave big props for how flawless the T side was of the previous map, but it's looking like MIBR are going to return the favor here on their own choice. But once again, it's going to be opening things up, and it's already one player dropped. A bit of damage done onto KNG. Henny still just lurking around, but that's a bit of team damage that he probably wasn't hoping for.
Yes.
But get caught off. This AWP is still here. They've got to be careful because Henny has had those rounds where he is just exploded into the server. 11 and 3 at the moment. The bomb looking to be planted, and good cover coming in from Taco to stop the bomb being denied. KNG now cleans up one more, and Henny, well, he may even just have to hope to save this, but it isn't going to be happening. Fallen denies that chance. Well, Yuri left with his USP and a Zeus. I'd like to see it. I'm trying to think of a world where that could actually be possible. I guess if he holds on the edge of, I was going to say A, like the A main position, but if he gets a kill here, I'll be very surprised.
Not looking too good for Fury though, and as you mentioned before, not really going to have a strong buy, if any buy, into the next round. Which means MIBR could be going up to 7, though I think if Yuri upgrades to a 5-7, maybe they have a chance. But still, I kind of wonder what's the mindset. And actually, I kind of hope we get to talk to them about what's the mindset of these 4 subs, because that was the bane of their existence yesterday. They weren't able to close out matches because they consistently kept doing that. And here, they're not even in the lead. They're not even in the situation where they can afford to do that, especially against a team of the caliber of MIBR.
No surprise to see a timeout called. In terms of the financial situation for Fury, I still think it's going to be a bit dicey whether or not they even go for a purchase into this round. We talked about whether or not you should be buying in these scenarios. It would kind of irritate me if they don't have enough money to buy here, because then it means they should have bought some pistols in the last round, like the AWP.
Right.
At least something, because you want to invest at least when you have something to play with, and this is what I mean. So you add all those pistols to what was the AWP and the M4, and maybe you have a slightly better purchase. Of course, it's very easy to slightly misread the financial situation in these moments, but it leaves them now with what is another attempted force by Vinny, now showing that the 5-7 really can do damage. And actually, Henny's found another one. They've got to be careful. The bomb's currently dropped. K Serado's picked off one more. This is a round that MIBR should not be letting slip away. It's left on to Fur and KNG. Now, Fur, well, he's doing what Fur does best. He's being sneaky as all the way around the back.
Kikis.
Is he gonna know? He will in a second. There's the scope. He spotted it. This should be as easy as you like. A bit of a pre-fire there. He is going to get the kill. The bomb's still being defended by Vinny, but he does only have a 5-7, and they're just going to opt to smoke him off. Try and not give him any space. K Serado is trying to help him out, and he will connect with the SG, leaving KNG alone. 1v2.
Not sure how KNG pulls this off. Especially knowing there should be one player around the bomb. He knows around where K Serado was shooting from. Already seen some quick shots out of him. If K Serado actually faces us and KNG is able to pick up the 1v1, I feel like he actually has a good chance of winning. But it all banks on the fact of K Serado surviving. He might have his chance here. He might have his opportunity. Actually, gonna head back towards inner, it looks like. 17 seconds left. He's gonna have to
Ele
pick
não vai
up the
fazer
pace.
isso não.
Vinny, he knows the bomb's gone. He's going to hear the bomb being planted in a few moments, and they're going to rotate back in towards the inner site. I feel like just the fact that KNG got the bomb down, it becomes more likely to pull this off, especially when they have no idea where he's going to be. They're split up on the CT side. He's going to have the opportunity for these 1v1s. Is he going to connect the shots is going to be the question. No kit on the side of Fury either, so if they're going to go for the defuse, they're going to have to get to that bomb relatively quickly.
Here. They're going to have to basically gamble on it, and they do, and that is Vinny now defusing the bomb. There's actually a small detail in that round which I really liked from KNG. So you see the Molotov that he threw there? The idea of that Molotov is to make you think that he's planting on A, because it's right next to where the connector is. So it sounds like he's Molotov connector, and that actually bought him a lot more time to get the bomb down. Like if he manages to stay alive a little bit longer, I think he wins the round. But he throws the Molotov just in front, so he can run past it, and they still think that he's going to be planting the bomb A. So, small detail from KNG, very smart.
Os caras tá tudo trajado, filho, trajado de Nike.
In that round. Like, they gave him an SG and he demolished his opponents.
By the way, I don't want to necessarily call out the player, but Art only on 3 kills as well as Vinny. Having a rough start where Vinny had so many entry frags on overpass, maybe he's going to have the opportunity when they switch over sides. But Art, the player who stood out, I think on day 1 he had 111.7 ADR. In their initial match up against Swole Patrol. I'd like to see him step up a little bit more, but then again, 6-6. He hasn't been too effective on the op at all in this round. Or sorry, in this half. Well, technically this round as well, since he hasn't got anything. I wasn't wrong. Just an idiot. So we will see the outside push.
Again is going to be getting that initial pick with the AWP. He's been fantastic and even doubles it up with a kill onto Fallen. He's doing so much, even legs his brother, and while this push has been dwindled to very little, they're going to still try this. Worried about Ivy. Vinny trades what was a kill from Lucas, and Yuri adds one more. It's left again onto KNG. This time, can't say I'm much of a believer in his clutch. There was some hope in the last round, but with 40 seconds left, he's going to have to just hide within his spawn, cower back. Well, not really much of a need to hunt this one down if you're Furia. Their money's not bad, but it's still not in a situation where they can afford to throw away too many weapons.
Very spot on.
I think he knows that either he did or he knows that that's a high chance, so he doesn't want to go around that corner.
I was going to say, if he did spot him out, maybe we could see the 4-man push into it. The problem is, yeah, Yuri doesn't have much money, neither does Art or K Serado. But MIBR, I mean, what are they going to have to spend into the next round? They have to hope that KNG can open things up with the op. Maybe support it with a couple of pistols. And well done by Furia. I guess more importantly, well done by Henny, who's on 14 kills, currently leading the server, tied up with Yuri.
Oh, I like this. Fallen's been given the AWP spawn. He's
hit the shot though in mid.
He's closer. So this is his opportunity. He's finally been handed that AWP away from KNG, who, I have to say hasn't been able to do too much so far. It is the T side. I'm always going to give a little bit more slack over to the T side AWPers because it can be pretty damn difficult. He's actually going to go straight down pop. I like this, but he's not going to connect. He's too quick. And now that AWP goes to waste, but luckily, wow, that is selfless from Taco. He's going to jump down there, and is he actually? Yeah, he's going to give up his gun. Like, it's risky to go back, but definitely one that's worthwhile. They're even going to take away the other weaponry. I like this. Not really necessary because his opponents currently have 2 SGs and 2 AWPs, so doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, but it gives
even
Fur a
still.
weapon.
Oh, that is true.
So now everyone has a weapon on their side.
Isso, ele se transformou
So now they're
no
pretty much fully weaponed
X4
up. They got the
armado.
armor, they have some utility to use, and just like that, even with Fallen dying, Taco puts MIBR in a very good position. Downside is they don't have control of the middle. If Lucas makes any sort of sound, I would imagine K-Serrado or maybe, well, probably just K-Serrado would actually push up to try to counter this. The thing is, you still have Yuri defending on site. You still have Art there as well with an AWP, so it's not like they have a free path necessarily in towards the inner bomb site. But now the smokes are being put down. Will be in a few seconds. They're going to explode in on towards the site.
Doesn't seem like Yuri had much of a chance to throw out Incendiary. In fact, he's a little bit late, but he still gets away with it. Even almost gets the second.
Que essa
Second.
porra tá caindo.
Still ready and waiting. The Incendiary doesn't deny the... the plant, so it will at least be coming in. In fact, Art's going to be the one burning down a little bit as he looks to push and is caught out by KNG. K-Serrado in the meantime coming on the flank, but it is being patiently waited for. Henny once again here with his AWP, but he can't do anything. The brotherly love continues, and K-Serrado may just have to make the executive decision to save his weapon, give them something into the next round. Henny will still be able to get himself an AWP. The remaining players should be able to juggle around some weapons, and well, for MIBR they can't really afford to hunt this weapon down, so he should just be allowed to keep it.
Well, we talked about, by the way, on about Taco on the Deagle on Overpass. He was playing pretty well. And this round, it wasn't the Deagle necessarily, but he rescues the weapons.
Yeah.
Like you said, stuff was played out of him to make sure everyone on his team had a gun to use, and it paid off for him as they are able to take the round and tie things up so far in the first half. I am worried though if you're
Ué. Cansada nenhuma. Iniciar stream. Caralho, o bagulho tava gravando. Caralho, cara. Tá foda. Fazer esse anime então. Por causa do caralho. Pam, 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 pam. Pam, 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 param, pam. Pam, 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 pam. Ah, porra, nessa conta aqui não. Caralho de carteira, caramba. Ficando puto.
Boa noite, meu time querido.
Boa noite, boa noite.
Boa noite. PS dizer que eu sou o Cris, mano.
Caralho, altão, mano.
Desculpa que não deu pra ouvir, manito.
O que é?
Depois que você falou, eu não ouvi.
Se eu disser que eu sou o Cris, mano.
Deus.
Passa ali a visão.
Vamos aonde?
Moral?
B.
Eu acho.
Já falaram B, vai B.
Verdade. Eita, molotov, mano.
Tem maluco meio.
Só planta.
Tá aberto. Assim é fácil, velho. Nem tô
Outra
jogando.
base.
Ai, assim é muito bom jogar assim.
É verdade, meu querido.
Consagrado.
Fazer um radinho então agora? Vamos smocar carro lá?
Ah, nem precisa mocar, eu acho. Não precisa.
Falou que não precisa smocar?
Não precisa.
Então eu vou bangar, mano.
Eu no mão.
Bota o azul, bota o azul.
Essa finlandeira. Mano, essa cadeira baixando tá me dando. Tô ficando puto com essa porra.
E agora faz onde?
Agora me dá pé ruim. Eu pego o primeiro e vocês entram pelo meio.
Isso, meu querido. Você dá pezinho lá.
Esses moleques tão muito animados. Não vai ter gente animada.
Olha, tá 10 montos. Peguei o primeiro. Pra que você morreu, Kevin? Onde?
E vamos fazer o quê?
Vocês que sabem, daqui eu vou pra qualquer lugar.
Faz ver, faz ver, faz ver. Os caras puxou.
Vai vir céu, eu acho. Se liga céu aí.
Tá meio, tá meio. Vai entrar duto. Isso aí, meu filho. Ah, eu tava vendo ele, mano. Muito barulho.
Ah, agora me vi. Ah, velho, comprei um. Aí tem dois parados.
O azul vai porta azul.
Eu acho que o Bucho fez smoke, mano. Cuidado.
Tô olhando.
Ah, você pode estar lá na base. Melhor pegar antes do cara.
Tem um xadrez, cara. Você pode estar lá na base com o AFK.
Vamos voar.
C4 tá com.
Não dá C4?
Tá lá com o verde. Tá lá FK na base.
CT. Não, é
O
Toyota.
cara é menos 80, velho.
Tenta dar Toyota primeiro.
É, menos 80 morto.
Tá de AWP ele.
Deixa quieto, não fala não.
Não tira não. Deixa o cara.
Fala logo, mano. Ficar esperando 20 segundos.
Não, deixa, pô. Senão os caras vão ter que matar ele, velho. E aí vai ser ruim pra nós.
Porra. Caralho, essa. Vou tacar essa porra dessa cadeira na parede, cara. Tacar essa merda aqui longe. Porra de cadeira do caralho, abaixando.
Quer fazer um pedido de pausa lá?
O que é?
Quer fazer pausa?
É, melhor. O que aconteceu?
Caralho, cara. O que tá acontecendo com essa porra? Caiu.
Mas o bot vai aparecer, né? Ou nem?
Não deve
Ah, pode já
aparecer.
tá ali, né?
Agora foi uma laranja.
Ô, Azul, compra uma USP e taca no chão pro bot pegar aqui. USP não, a UMP. Dá pro bot ali.
Help me.
Não é AWP não, animal, é UMP.
UMP. Pega a UMP. Não, peraí. Pega aqui você. Pega aqui.
Puta que pariu.
Arranca um pezinho aqui.
Vamos, peguei errado.
De AWP caixa branca.
Ah, tá passando.
Xadrez.
Cadê? Peguei um já aqui.
B.
Bombe um.
Foi pra rua.
Ah, velho, o cara tava inclinado. Ah, mano.
Tem um céu. Peguei o céu.
Bomba, roxo. Tem bomba, roxo. Deu, cuidado. Ah, não. Tava no pilha. Tem ninguém.
Dá o clear em tudo.
Esse aí que tava lá no meio. No meio terra.
Galpão. Não comeu não, cara. Alô. Olha, faquinha no cara. Caralho, viado, que barulhão. Caralho, essa cadeira, viado. Puta que pariu. O cara me deu capacete no meio da smoke. Berruchando, berruchando. Costa galpão. Costa galpão aí.
O roxo tá ali, né?
Onde ele tá?
Caralho, o André tá com 10 kills já, velho.
Vem com medo.
Manda pezinho aqui, Azul.
Meio avançado.
Abri aqui,
Cara,
né? Esse
FPS
daqui eu-
todo.
Vai. Corre os dois, mano. Vai na correria aqui, tem que ajudar o maluco. Tá aqui você.
Não, peguei. Tem um Delphi na rua. Olha a costa minha. Pelo jeito tem rua.
Mano, eu vou chutar o balde com esse cara.
Ah,
Esse é o filho.
Ganhou.
Tá bom. Acho que dá pro tempo.
Dá não.
Aí. Tá bom demais.
cuidado, estão plantando lá. Ele tem busca.
O bot tá foda, mano.
céu.
Dando bomba aqui. Só planta.
Susto, mano. Olha ali, olha que tem aqui. Morreu. Nossa, viu o cara teve um susto.
Fazer uma. Bora lá. Tá só o laranja aí. Vem pra cá pra mim aqui.
Ah, me cagou, mano. Não vou puxar, eles não aguentam. Meu Deus.
Relaxa. Cadê? Não tá?
Não, você dá uma vida, acontece, né? Acontece no final algumas vezes.
Ah, sim, sim, sim. Tem que dropar pro azul. Deixa eu dropar aqui pra ele.
Ele pega o... Ah, tá, pensei que era o falei, moé. Uma bote, o bot
Peguei o
entrando no
meio.
bombe. Tem, olha ali o bot entrando no bombe. E o cara tá lá dentro.
Morre alguém, pega o pote.
Nossa,
Que
velho,
isso?
O bot é um mito, ele tá plantando.
Que isso, mano.
Ah, não, velho.
Mano, como assim, cara? Costa. Eu mato. O bot merece.
Céu. Pega a faca.
Nossa, mano, caralho, cara. Essa porra dessa cadeira. Eu tô ficando irritado de verdade com essa porra.
Mas,
Não.
depois você procura na internet. Jogo.
Ai, meu Deus do céu.
Sim, ó, do jeito que eu escrevi ali, ó.
Tô com medo.
Tá indo porta azul, calma, 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 calma.
Meu mouse bugou. Ah, velho. Cantei. Como você chama aquele do lado do escanteio?
Tem duto.
Hã?
Duto último. Rua, rua, rua.
Aí, time. Vacilei demais.
Essa cadeira tá me deixando bolado de verdade.
Vai ser kit.
Tô sem grana.
É, drop. Tá bem.
Pega C4 com bot aí.
Da perna. Olha a puxa aqui que ele sempre puxa. Ah, bem, tem um. Tem um do lado da porta do meio aí. Toma aqui, Azul, pega essa arma que você tá com.
Onde que você morreu?
Tá aqui. Mano, 27, cara. Acertei um tiro, velho.
Ah, mas você fala de sorteio agora, né?
Tem que meter isso, velho. Vamos fazer um segundo.
O quê?
Beijinho, quer dizer, beijinho. Toda vez eu...
Espera a molotov.
Puxa bem, né?
Calma, tinha que ter um... Pega o bot, pega o bot.
Bot com essa merda de negev. Puxou meio.
Puxa no garagem, ele tá no.
Tá no meio pra direita, meio pra direita.
Isso.
Ah, mano.
É, que sem dinheiro ainda, caralho. Vou guardar pra próxima. Próxima tem que ganhar de qualquer jeito.
A melhor coisa foi um bot entrando no gol.
Relaxa que eu salvei essa cena.
Logo
Puxou aqui,
puxado
puxou
já.
aqui. Puxou
Senta,
com as
senta o
costas,
dedo, fi.
Era dois, mano. Pensei que era só um.
Foi em cima da caca.
Tá bom. Agora é comprar e ganhar, velho.
Mano, papo reto, tô muito puto com a minha cadeira. Se eu ficar off, você já sabe que eu quitei. Minha cadeira tá baixando sozinha. Cadeira.
Calma aí, amarelo, não dá cara.
Tá puxando aqui.
O bot tá entrando no meio de maluco, cara. Tem 2 no meio. Ah, mano, o bot tá dando a cara. Ah, velho, vai tomar no cu, cara. Essa porra dessa cadeira aqui também. Se fuder. Essa porra. A casa do caralho. Essa porra.